What's up, broadcasters? My name is Jeff Franklin, National Accounts Manager with Headwear USA.
And I'm Meg Erber, Director of Sales at Performa, and also with the PPAI Top 100. I don't know what's up with my hair today, though.
Both a little additional plugs. I'm Sarah Goshgarian Unruh, National Sales Manager at Stalls.
How'd you like the intro today? Promo podcast. What's up, broadcasters?
What's up, broadcasters? I love it.
Oh, good. Well, welcome back to Branding Banter. We've got another exciting podcast for you today, but of course, this episode is brought to you by good friends over at Alpha Broder. They're America's leading supplier of wholesale apparel, promotional products, and imprintable goods. Alpha Broder's products build brands, champion causes, acknowledge achievements, and offer limitless solutions. They carry more than 6,500 styles from over 60 brands of classic and trending products like wholesale t-shirts, fleece, drinkware, bags, journals, and more. Alpha Broder is empowering their customers to brand the world through market-leading service, products, and solutions. So be sure to check them out at alphabroder.com and tell them you're a podcaster. How about that? I love it. We got some fun stuff coming down the pipe. I know that for sure. But why don't we start off with where in the world is Sarah Goshgarian Unruh again? Certainly, I like the clouds in the background. You've got a very nice roof in your vehicle there.
Thank you. So I drive a Tesla, hence the roof.
Nice.
I'm in Austin. So I'm in Austin house shopping.
Oh,
that part's not. But I am home.
Friends in Austin, don't we have some friends in Austin? A couple friends down there.
Is Brandon still in Austin?
I think Brandon, Nick.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's like a whole little club down there.
Yeah, Danny is. Yeah.
Sweet. Meg, you're what are you today? You're attic Meg? Closet Meg? I'm not sure yet.
I am spare bedroom Meg, actually, y'all. And that's the lake back there. Wait, right, I can't go opposite, but yeah, it's that. And my dogs keep breaking in there, so I put a little blanket down for them. Otherwise, they just scratch at the door. But yeah, I'm up in Maine. It's really nice. I love it. And I think we'll talk about what our topic is very soon, but I'll tie in about how Maine really plays into this topic today. So I'm really excited about it.
What is that topic today, Meg?
Well, the topic today is patriotic merchandise, right? We're doing a case study on patriotic merchandise in the promotional product industry. Who's buying? Why are they buying? What is it? What classifies a piece as something patriotic? I don't know, pros and cons of as a business selling it or giving it away. Do you want to jump in, Sarah? Do you want to give us what defines patriotic merchandise? What do you see? What do you think when you hear that?
So what I think, I instantly write flags, right? So you think your national symbol. So, and then the next thing that comes to mind are colors, right? So anything red, white, and blue. I was even out this week. I was in Tennessee and there was a house that was all red, white, and blue. And so instantly it's oh, look at the patriotic house. So I think colors are a big piece of that. Yeah. And then there's various themes that you end up thinking of that's definitely very patriotic. Have it be stars and stripes or, different symbols that we have, across the US that we utilize. But that's what I think. Anybody else?
Well, I'm wearing my red, white, and blue hat. How about that?
Yeah, good. Well, let me give a brief history of patriotic merchandise in the promo industry first. Let's start there so we have a baseline, right? So it has deep roots in the promotional product industry. Its popularity often spikes during times of national significance, such as wartime, or after significant events, specifically post 9/11, which I have a little story about. Historical trends include World War II. And when we saw a high demand for war bonds and military recruitment paraphernalia. Post 9/11, we saw a surge in patriotic items as a means to unite and rally the country. And then national holidays, you will see a steady demand that peaks around 4th of July, Memorial Day, and Veterans Day. And as I read this, it's actually a story I was telling you guys about before we started recording. It's after 9/11. I was in the Navy during 9/11, and I think I was on the Eisenhower, and a third of us were TAD'd off of the ship when unfortunately, when the towers were hit. So we were all sent to different boats. But when we came back, and I remember that day specifically, we all got we were leaving out the gate. Somebody was there handing us flag. And I know before that, someone handed it to me, I would have just probably taken it for granted. But that day, that flag meant so much more to me. And every single person that was given one of those flags proudly attached it to their car, truck, sometimes, their vehicle some way, just to show how proud we were to be an American and the support that we were showing for our country. It was a very, very scary time. And I mean, I know we always talk about, or I talk about how sports have been recession proof. It showed that they were recession proof through this, but they weren't pandemic proof. I don't want to get off topic, but a week later we were throwing baseballs. President Bush was throwing an opening pitch at a baseball game. So I don't want to get off topic, but yeah.
That just brought me back a little bit, and not to like bring you down to where we are now, but it was really nice when everybody was so united back then after that happened. Everybody was very patriotic, very proud of, being an American, and you don't quite get the same sentiment these days, which is kind of sad, but we are a couple weeks early. 4th of July is coming around the corner though, so there's still time. Go buy a freaking flag, all right? Fly that thing in front of your house and be proud, all right?
And show your support.
I participate in the Rotary Club every year because it's a donation, and then they put a flag in our yard, and so which I think is really cool. So there's like a piece of it, like it's this symbolism, right? Like it's super, but it's pride, and that's like a way to to show your pride for your country. And even though, to your point, Jeff, it is an election year, there's a lot of.
With that being said, not to cut you off, but I'm hearing this everywhere. It is an election year. How much? I mean, it is June. How much have you seen election themed anything out there? Crickets, right? Okay, crickets. But to play into what you were saying, Sarah, the emotional appeal that patriotic merchandise has, it really taps into our national pride, like you said, and then unity, like you said, Jeff. I think that's really important. And an overall support for the country, and it really evokes strong emotions, whether, and unfortunately, where the flag at one point was, symbolizing unity and, support, over the last couple of years, it's almost been turned into something derogatory, which is very sad and very scary as a country, but to me, particularly being a veteran, because I know what that flag stands for and everything that my brothers and sisters had to sacrifice. So I feel very strongly about that when it comes to it, but I'm probably one of the most patriotic people there are. I love it.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen a lot of election stuff, more like spam, right, from a tech standpoint, but I haven't seen any merchandise or really a lot of it. So, yeah.
Which almost begs the question, what are they spending that money on, their campaign funds? Because, I mean, I'm sure it's going somewhere, but, I mean, you talk about recent events. Obviously Trump just got the whole conviction thing, and they talk about how he's raised over $400 million like within 7 days of that conviction. Where's that $400 million going? I mean,
it's going to pay his bond. I'm pretty sure it was a lot, and they reduced it to hundreds of millions versus.
Can't use campaign funds for that, Meg. Can't use campaign funds for that.
I know. I don't know what they're using it for. We got off topic. So
it went back and forth. So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So how many flags do you think would be your guess? I know I'm not normally the quiz asker, but how many flags do you think are sold on an annual basis?
Great question. I'm going to say 5 million.
I'm going to go with 2 million.
So it's 150 million flags. 150.
So I won. Price is Right rules. I won.
Like super close. So Meg won, but 150 million flags are sold every year.
That's incredible. Insane. That is really. So would that not be like the number one, or leading promotional product? Like, I guess, but is it a promotional product? We're not branding them, so I guess not. Sorry, but there is a lot of promotional merchandise that is themed and with the flag. So I guess.
Oh, there is. And I found an article actually that was talking about just one store on Amazon that sells basically patriotic apparel, and they do almost $50 million on Amazon by selling patriotic
Just patriotic,
merchandise.
yeah. Did you
Man.
look at their store, Jeff? Does everything have a flag on it, or is it a lot of like red, white, and blue, like what we were talking about from a color
So
theme?
it's like We the People. It's red, white, and blue. It's you know, baby's first 4th of July onesies, and
Oh,
there's like chef's aprons for the grill. There's all kinds of stuff. Um, there's just basically anything that plays off of America or
right.
the founding fathers, like anything patriotic, 2A, like whatever.
Well, let's talk about now who's buying this stuff, right? So I feel like there's a couple of key markets that are actually buying it. One being veterans groups, obviously. Second would be political campaigns, obviously. And then you have like the personal retail, like the Etsy shoppers, people that brand or that messaging aligns with their personal ethos. What about corporate? Where are you guys seeing any of this political or patriotic merchandise in corporate markets? Are you seeing it? And if so, what are the pros? What are the cons?
Well, that's kind of why I thought this would be a cool episode to do, because I know we've talked before about the whole St. Patty's Day merch and how we had that whole link from the past. And I was like, I personally haven't seen a ton of it. I mean, people do it, I'm sure, but where I have seen it, or at least it comes to mind, is like casinos. Casinos, how they do like a monthly giveaway typically for their members to come in and collect your free whatever. So that is one place where I've seen it. I don't know. Have you guys seen it anywhere else?
I would say it's like themed type events. I think a lot of times corporations will tag, a picnic, an employee appreciation, sometimes around then like your 4th of July. And so then they are utilizing, the theme of the red, white, and blue and the patriotic there, but not just a lot of times by itself. I don't know, Meg?
Well, I was going to say, and I know you guys will agree once you hear it, but the automotive industry. Think about it. Anytime there's like a 4th of July or Veterans or Memorial Day, there's always a big sale. They're always pushing out merchandise. Other ones, telecommunications. I feel like Verizon, AT&T, they're always wearing and pushing. The NFL. They had a lot come down on them.
It's like a whole, different one that I was going to say, because if you look at like your jerseys, right? Most jerseys have a flag that's on them.
Yep.
Jerseys for sure. Yeah. And
You would think
so
gun manufacturers or firearms manufacturers would probably be doing stuff as well.
Yeah, because you have like the grunt style and go ahead. Sorry, Sarah.
No, you're fine. When you mentioned automotive around July 4th, I was going to say like Memorial Day, right? Then you get your Home Depot, your Lowe's, that then you get a lot of like Memorial Day type of sales, right? And so
I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook post a couple weeks ago, but my Memorial Day sale shopping was actually delivered, and I have new appliances in my kitchen. So thank you for patriotic selling to people that need things. That's not how we'll look for my sales, though. That's if I'm buying something big, I will literally buy it around one of those big holidays, because I feel like that's when the best deals are. Yeah.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Even if it's saving tax, right? Like tax-free weekend comes up for us like in August.
Yes,
like, I'll wait.
I remember that.
Over. So save that 8.25% there. So add a coupon on top of it. So the frugal spending comes out.
Right. Well, okay. So pros in the corporate side of it, it's not only is it boosting, company morale and employee morale, but you're now exposing the retail consumers or the consumers that, hey, this is what, again, they're appealing to people like me and you, Sarah. Cons, the biggest con for corporate, Jeff, you probably don't buy things, I'm sure. But the cons,
I don't spend any money.
The risk of appearing, which I think this has only been more so in the last couple of years, but the risk of appearing overly nationalistic or alienating non-patriotic customers. So I feel like you didn't even have to think about that 5 years ago, right? Like, oh my gosh, am I going to piss somebody off if I'm acting patriotic? Yeah, now you have to think about it. And I'm sorry, and if, fight me. But political campaigns, obviously, you're showing your strong alignment with your campaign messaging. Your veterans groups, my gosh, everyone has that strong emotional connection when it comes to veterans. Support for veterans, you use it for fundraising. There's a lot. I think the only problem when it comes to veterans groups and these types of things in military, that it almost becomes like a niche market and may not have a broad appeal. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm a veteran, and I don't feel like you could ever have enough red, white, and blue. It's like I like to cook. You can never have enough garlic. It's almost the same thing. I put a lot of garlic in everything.
I'll poll you guys.
Okay.
How many of you do 4th of July shirts for your family? Like, do you all match? Like, is that what you guys do or not?
You know what? When the kids were younger, I would dress them up for the holidays. I would, because it was cute. But they're all adults now, so they would laugh at me.
Okay. Yeah.
I like to wear something patriotic around the holidays, but I don't make it like a family thing where we all get the same shirt and we're matching. We do that for Christmas. We get matching pajamas or whatever. We'll do that, but maybe we need to be a little more patriotic and
Hoorah.
Well, so we tend to like travel and do like a family vacation always over because take advantage of having July 4th and then typically like that Friday off or whatever. So great long weekend. And so I have to admit, my kids probably hate it, but I do themed shirts every year. So
well, now that you're at school, it probably makes it so much easier. You can be like, I can just press this at home. Like, duh, guys.
Yeah. But it's funny to your point though, like if I didn't do it, like they'll be like, where's our shirt for 4th of July, Mom? So they do then hang on to it. I try to do something that they can wear then longer than just 4th of July. So
yeah, I get it. So I know we're out of time. I have one small trivia question for you guys, and it's just because I see it all the time on my drive to Maine. So there is a state in the 50, out of the 50 that their theme, their tagline is live free or die. I feel like this really ties into it. This would be one state that could really go ham with the promotional merch. Do you know what state that is? Live free or die. And stop Googling it, Jeff. I see you Googling.
I'm not Googling shit. I'm literally doing the math in my head. You live in Jersey and you drive to Maine. It's only like one of 5 states. So
I'm
going to say it's either Massachusetts or Vermont. I don't know which one, but it's one of those.
All right, Sarah, what do you think?
So I was going to say New Hampshire.
And Sarah is the winner. She won the brand new vacation.
Oh, you're paying for her Thailand trip? That's awesome, Sarah.
No.
You. Wow.
Thanks. So I lived in Boston for a period of time, so in my life, and so yeah, I remember making a drive up into New Hampshire, which is why
it makes me want to live in New Hampshire. Just saying.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but just the tagline alone makes me want to move there. Live free or die, bitches. Okay, let's go to that.
All right. On that note, I think we're wrapped up, right? Anything else to cover?
Before I get myself in trouble? Yeah, let's go.
All right, sweet. Well, look, I'm sure you could probably get yourself some nice patriotic merchandise over at Alpha Broder. They're America's leading supplier of wholesale apparel, promotional products, and imprintable goods. Alpha Broder's products build brands, they champion causes, they acknowledge achievements, and offer limitless solutions. They carry more than 6,500 styles from over 60 brands of classic and trending products like wholesale t-shirts, fleece, drinkware, bags, journals, and more. Alpha Broder is empowering their customers to brand the world through market-leading service products and solutions. So be sure to go check them out at alphabroder.com and tell them that you're a prodcaster and that we sent you. How about that?
I love it.
Right. Until next time, guys, we'll be seeing you.